This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Sports postcasts we do. We also do the Locked On 49ers postcast and the Locked On Warriors postcast as well. But today, the Giants put on a rare offensive display as they powered their way past the Brewers. 7-1 is your final score from Milwaukee. And Casey Schmitt, big day for the kid, drove in 4 of the Giants' runs today, and 3 of them on one swing of the bat, his 9th home run of the season. He also had a double in this one. Very good day at the dish for Casey Schmitt. Logan Webb was his usual rock-steady self on the mound. 6 innings, 1-run ball in the win. Got out of multiple uncomfortable jams early on. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. And make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Alan Stiles, always does a great job, and we will be having Alan on the show at some point in time. I will keep you guys updated. And as I said, in this one, let's start with Casey Schmitt, man, because I really liked what I saw from Casey Schmitt today. The theme of all of our shows, essentially since 2-3 weeks ago, has completely pivoted to what can we glean from the Giants in what they're doing now into what they're doing for next year. What can we glean from this team now that's going to give us any indication of what this team is going to look like going forward? Because we aren't really looking for how the team can improve on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis, because this team, let's face it, they're not going to the playoffs. They're 62 and 68, so I guess they're not mathematically eliminated yet. It seems like there's at least one guy who always wants to chime in and point that out. They're done. They're dead in the water for all intents and purposes. They're just playing out the string at this point and playing for pride. But that's about all that you can play for at this point if you're a guy who's got a guaranteed spot on this team for next year, such as Matt Chapman, who made his return from the IL today, or Willie Adames, Rafi Devers, et cetera, et cetera. But if you're a guy like Casey Schmitt, who's kind of on that little bubble of like, what is this guy going to be for the Giants next year? Is he going to be a rotation guy who fills in when there's injuries, or is he going to take this job as the Giants' potential starting second baseman and run with it? And so far, I really like, I've said this before, I like what I've seen from Schmitt at second base. I think he gives you a little bit of something defensively over there. And offensively, it's not that hard to be one of the better offensive second baseman in MLB in today's landscape. I mean, there's not a lot of second basemen that hit the ball very well. And Casey Schmitt is making a case for himself, man, to be included in that starting conversation for next year. Again, today expands on that case. Let's get right to the 6th inning, where really it was today's turning point in the top of the 6th when Casey Schmitt came up to bat.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And you could argue that the turning point was just the start of the top of the 6th, because Willie Adames reaches on an error by the shortstop, and then Dom Smith hits another single. Dom Smith, just a singles machine, man. Like there's been a lot of bad things that have happened with the Giants this year. Dom Smith, not one of them. He's been a nice find, a nice pickup for this team. He's been very, very, very consistent on the defensive end of things. He's been just a marvelous addition to defensively. He has looked just so much better than anything that the Giants have had at first base in the last couple seasons. And he's also been very good at just these little line drive base hits, especially hitting back up the middle. He's hitting 285. The power is non-existent, and you would love to see a first baseman with some power in a Giants uniform, but I'll take some good defense and a guy batting 285 on this team any day of the week right now. And so shout out Dom Smith for continuing to just chug on along. But with those 2 runners on, Casey Schmitt stepping up, he drills a double down the left field line, and Willie Adames scores. Dom Smith heads over to second, ties the game up at 1 run apiece, as the Brewers had gotten one in the 2nd inning earlier in this game. The Giants end up getting a couple more runs in that inning. A Luis Matos fielder's choice ends up scoring a run, and then a Drew Gilbert reaches on a fielder's choice in that same inning. Could have been more runs for the Giants, but Luis Matos is thrown out at home after a great play by William Contreras. Grant Anderson, the pitcher, made a very poor throw home, and Contreras caught the ball, spun completely all the way around, and made just an insane tag play at home to get Luis Matos out. It was just a phenomenal tag out. I don't fault the send there. It was just a great defensive play. That was the right call by Matos to get down the line and try and score on that play. So just got beat on that one. But ultimately, I like just the fundamentals of what was going on in that inning. The Giants have had such a hard time with capitalizing on opportunities, right? Like that's been the big issue lately is even when the Giants have a gift from the other team, they spoil it somehow. They somehow get hit into a double play or just do something to just completely ruin all of their momentum, shoot themselves in the foot. In this situation, when you had the error to lead off the inning, you got the Giants capitalizing on the situation. And Casey Schmitt, the guy in the middle of it all with that double, with that extra base hit, I really liked what we saw from him there in that situation. So shout out the Giants for being able to capitalize, and shout out Casey Schmitt for driving in that game time run, setting up the go-ahead run to score. But Casey Schmitt was not done, because then in the top of the seventh inning, after a Rafi Devers single and a Dom Smith double, 2 on and Casey Schmitt up in the box, he drills his 9th home run of the season. This one 101 miles an hour off the bat, just a liner. I mean, just a frozen rope over that left center field fence. Sinker pretty much right out over the middle. And Casey Schmitt shows you all that power that he's got, man. And I mean, he's just a line drive machine. He hits the hell out of the ball. Feels like every time Casey hits the ball, no matter where it goes, no matter how what direction he's hitting the ball, it's always at about 100-mile-an-hour exit velo. This guy just crushes every time he hits the ball. It's always a line drive. I like the way he profiles, and I do think that he is the most promising right now of the young position players to be able to hold down a spot for next season. Of course, we're not talking about Bryce Eldridge. I'm just talking about the guys that we have seen on the big league roster this year so far. Your Grant McCrae's, your Luis Matos's, your Christian Cosses, those kinds of guys. I think Casey Schmitt is the cream of the crop of that bunch. And I think that he's definitely got the inside track to start the season at second base next year and get a lot of at-bats in this offense. And when Casey Schmitt looks okay, I mean, when he's getting consistent playing time, I like what we've seen from him this season in the growth. I like that he's not really swinging it at those horrible pitches anymore that are, a foot plus out of the zone. I'm talking about pitches that are balls out of the hand that just are non-competitive, not close pitches, balls that are bouncing a couple feet in front of home plate. Last season, Casey was swinging at a lot of those, and we're not seeing him swing at those just god-awful pitches as much anymore. His plate discipline has greatly improved, and it's made him a better hitter, a more dangerous hitter. He's seeing more pitches, and he's capitalizing on them. So shout out Casey Schmitt in this situation. He's in the middle of today's turning point, and obviously he has 4 RBIs in today's game. He goes 2 for 4 with 2 extra base hits. Come on, no-brainer, man. Casey Schmitt gets today's player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And I think that Casey is absolutely a part of the Giants' future. I'm seeing in the chat, my guy JJ Guzman says Casey is our future third baseman. I mean, maybe if the future, you're talking about the future like 3, 4, 5 years away after Chapman is no longer holding it down, but that's Matt Chapman's position for the foreseeable future. Casey Schmitt, I don't think he's anywhere close to Matt Chapman's stratosphere, at least defensively, playing third base. And offensively, Chappie, we know the streakiness, but when Chapman's hot, there are few guys in baseball who are better hitters than Matt Chapman when he is on a heater. And Casey Schmitt is kind of a little bit, the profile's a little bit similar, right, to Matt Chapman. Like Casey Schmitt is going to be a very streaky hitter who gets really hot and goes through these peaks and valleys. He's also going to give you an incredible arm, just a cannon, a howitzer attached to the shoulder. But he's going to be playing second base. That's his position. Chapman is playing third, and Adames is playing short. Those are guaranteed spots going forward into next year. You're basically looking at second base and right field, and maybe what you're going to do at first until Eldridge gets here, and potentially also looking at maybe bringing in another catcher to challenge Pat Bailey. by the way, the Orioles just signed their very, very highly touted catching prospect to a very long-term deal, leaving the door open for Adley Rutschman to do who knows what. Maybe the Giants go out and grab him. I would not hate that in the offseason, a topic for another day. But for today, for this one, Casey Schmitt is your offensive hero. Giants win 7-1. But it wasn't all Casey Schmitt. Did not do it all on his own. Logan Webb had himself a day on the bump. Good old Logan Webb day turned out to be win day yet again for the Giants. We'll get into Logan Webb's day next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by 5 Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavor shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends, it's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little energy push to power through your day, 5 Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. And going through the day, I juggle a lot of things, man. Like I got the Locked On 49ers squad show coming up right after this, and I got to keep the energy high, man. So I'm going to be taking my 5 hour energy shot in between my shows as I just got to find the energy. Got to keep you guys updated on everything you need to know, both Giants and 49ers. And to be able to get my brain fast enough to watch both games, absorb all the information, and get you guys the right stuff that you need to know, I rely on 5 Hour Energy. And also, it's great on the golf course. Golf is about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape, ginger, lime flavor has 5 Hour Energy Transfusion, gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev cart. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy Snap and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E. Engel, and today the Giants win against the Brewers 7-1. It's nice to beat a good baseball team every now and again, even though the Giants, I think we can definitively state, are not a good baseball team. The Brewers are, and 81-49 is nothing to turn your nose up at. And the Giants, it's nice to just see them compete with a good team for once. And it kind of leaves you with a feeling of what could have been if this team had just been able to figure it out at any point in time this season. This offense just constantly mired in just inconsistency. And Luis Matos today, a nice day. Again, another 2 hits for him. He had a multi-hit day yesterday as well. So a little bit of a nice little series that he's putting together. Pat Bailey also picked up a pair of hits today. Dom Smith also a pair of hits today. 4 different Giants with multiple hits in this one. That you love to see that. That's something that's very, very rare. And it's even more rare when it comes in a Logan Webb start. The number of times that this guy goes out there and just gets no run support at all, gets Matt caned almost every damn time he's out there on the mound. Today, that did not happen. And thankfully, the Logan Webb had his stuff working for him today. He's been a little bit up and down in the second half of the season, but Logan Webb doing Logan Webb things today, man. And I like that he threw the changeup or the sinker as much as he did. We've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't like when Logan Webb overuses that changeup. It's his out pitch, and it should be he should save it, protect it a little bit more. When he's utilizing that sinker well, it protects that changeup and sets him up for really, really, really good situations to use it in later. And he had that sinker working today, man. He threw 33 of them, more than any other pitch. He threw 35% of his arsenal today was sinkers, and he had a 25% swing and miss rate on it. He got 4 swing and misses on that sinker, more than he got from any other pitch today. So solid day for Logan Webb. He had a 91.2 average exit velo, but it's not terrible when you're a guy like Logan Webb who's just feasting on those ground balls. He got 4 groundouts. Weird, he had 5 flyouts. That's a little strange for Logan Webb to see more flyouts than groundouts. Nonetheless, a typical Logan Webb day. 94 pitches, 58 of them for strikes, 6 innings, only give up 1 run, 5 hits, did walk a couple guys and struck out 5. But really, for me, I was very, very, very impressed with Logan early on in this game. In the second inning, Webby in a little bit of a situation. He got the bases loaded and only one out, and he dances around, gets out of it. There was a run that scored in the process, but I mean, for him to hit a guy, walk a guy, give up an extra base hit in the inning and not have any more damage done, I think that's a pretty solid escape job for Logan Webb there in that second inning. Then again, in the fourth inning, he hits another guy, gives up a single. You got 2 on, 1 out, and he gets a ground ball double play to get out of the inning. It's just typical Logan Webb stuff, man. What we've come to expect from him, and he just delivers time and time and time again. It just makes me happy when the Giants are able to give this guy run support, because it is so painful just as a fan, because we don't got much else to root for at this point in time in the season, right? Like, I'm just rooting for guys that I like on the team to have good years and good outings and give me something fun to watch and cheer for. And also, obviously, to glean for next season. We've talked about this a lot recently about the young guys. But as far as a guy like Logan Webb, I just want to see Webby go and win some games. I want to see Logan Webb get some run support. I want to see Webb having fun out there on the mound. And that's what I saw today from Logan Webb, from the Giants. And it just made me feel good. Made me kind of forget about how bad this team is for just an hour or two today, just a little microcosm of what could have been from the Giants in this one. That's about all the time that we got for you guys today in this show. We also got a Locked On 49ers squad show, the debut of the squad show. Don't miss it. As soon as 49ers Chargers wraps up, which is going on right now, you're going to want to hop on over to the Locked On 49ers channel. Check out me, Brian Peacock, and Dwayne Board, former 49er, getting it on and breaking down all the 49ers news and notes you need to know from the preseason. We're going to have post-game reaction shows, and we will be doing a weekly show as well. And it'll be fun. We'll be doing it this whole year long, so make sure you're tuned in and checking that show out. It will be a blast. Don't miss it. It's all the time that we got for you guys today on the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.